Bonique, the founder of Budget Collector, a company dedicated to developing new art collectors like you and me. So today I'm here to talk about Nefertiti's bust. There is lies, rumors, and gossip surrounding this great beauty. And I am here for all of it. And I hope that you join me on this fascinating story. So I wanted to start with Hitler. I guess I could have gone all the way back in a more linear timeline, but let's start with Hitler. I don't want to say what, I don't want to speak his words publicly. So I'm going to show you the words and you can read it yourself. And although he's not saying anything racist, that is exactly why I don't believe that he said this. There's so many other quotes where he said these things. So why would he suddenly say something positive about this beautiful African woman? I just questioned it. And then in the act of questioning it, I think I discovered, a more logical reason why this quote appeared in 1948. And so let me walk you through my logic, and if you and add any comments that you want and share with me your knowledge. So this quote was first mentioned in the Journal d'Egypte in 1948 by a German diplomat named Eberhard von Stohr. And he recounted his experience with Hitler, and just being in Hitler's inner circle lets me know that to have a private conversation with him lets me know that you are a Nazi. You don't get that close to Hitler without being a Nazi. So I believe he was a Nazi. And at that time, 1948 was a seminal year for the Israeli state. They were dealing with the Arab-Israeli War in 1948. And even Netanyahu, in one of his books, said something like, this was a time when they were trying to eradicate the people of Jewish people within the state of Israel. So that's what was going on when this comment was said. And so with that comment, it was sort of allowing, okay, so that's what was going on while that comment, this is really convoluted, so I'm sorry for taking that pause mind break. But with that comment at that same time, the Nazis have just been crushed in Germany, and the Nazis went all over the world, and a lot of them, we always hear about Argentina and Brazil, but they were also in Egypt and in Syria. Some scholars think that the Germans were continuing to work on their final solution through this Arab-Israeli conflict. And so there was a reason for not showing the actual opinion of Hitler and trying to make Hitler seem like he had a positive association with Egypt, even if that was not true. And there's never been anything said to make Hitler seem like he was actually nice to, he would actually even have the artistic knowledge to comprehend, Nefertiti's the bust and her beauty. Yeah, he failed out. He couldn't even get into the art school. So yeah, would he? No. He has no taste. Anyway, so he did not say that. And that is why I think he did not say that. But then it got me thinking back to the activist taking a stand and, you know, saying that this needs to be returned. And I thought about it and I was like, you know, if they went so far as to pretend like they had respect for Egypt before, why would they keep holding on to this artifact in particular? Like, if they, you know, did not have any respect for the people of Egypt, why are they still holding on to this artifact? And so I went further back into when the archaeological dig, when a German archaeologist was funded by a Jewish financier. His name was James Simon. He funded the expedition, and it was actually not stolen. They worked with the Egyptian government, and they had some sort of partnership arrangement where it would be split 50-50. But they were cheated, according to German witness accounts. The archaeologist on the dig, he saw the Nefertiti bust. He took an unflattering picture, lied about its makeup, said it was made of stucco and not limestone. So, and then he also kept it in the box. He didn't go around showing it off. So the witness said in quotes that the Egyptians were cheated out of this bust. And even the financier, James Simon, when Egypt asked for it to be returned, he said that it should be returned. You know, we had an agreement with Egypt to return it, and the German Oriental Society refused. So, with all of that knowledge, I just wanted to learn even more. So the German Oriental Society even refused the wealthy financier who funded the trip and made all of the arrangements to return the object back to Egypt. And I wanted to know more about like what was going on during that time. You know, it's just so interesting, you know, like this guy, James Simon, he seemed exactly like the type of person that Hitler would hate. And he was actually funding this Egyptology movement and had made so many contributions to Germany and their understanding of Egyptology. And I just wanted to know more about him and what was happening in Egyptology when I found out about this. And I found that a University of British Columbia professor, Thomas Schneider, said the Nazi era drastically changed Egyptology's development in Germany. He was basically claiming that Egyptology departments during that period were just overrun by Nazis, training other Nazis on how to understand Egyptology. And it was through a lens of racial superiority, of Germanic racial superiority. And that legacy may even be, you'd have to assume that legacy is even today. That because they kicked out all of the former Egyptologists who were, you know, had a better understanding of it, and they replaced them with Nazis. And so to me, I think that, in my own convoluted way of getting to this point, I believe that continual refusal to give back the bust carrying on the legacy of the Nazis. And I'm hoping that the bust will return, and that we can, if I get to return to Egypt, I get to see it in its glory, because it just seems like it, knowing the background and the history of the procurement and what was going on in the Egyptology departments, I just would not want to see this bust in Germany. So anyway, please like and subscribe and help me. My next video is going to be on Enrique Grau. He did this fascinating painting called Mulata Negra. I believe that's what it's called. And I will show you a little picture. And I wanted, or painting, the picture of the painting. And I wanted to do something on possibly colonialism and race in Colombia, or maybe in art, how art changes based on the collector, because this piece is very much different than most of his pieces, and I wanted to sort of analyze why. So come join me on this journey, and remember to like and subscribe.